Brace for it, things are about to get furry and feathery. Welcome magical people to Zealman's Wizarding World, your Wizards Unite channel with a suburban twist. So this pretty event is a little bit different to what we are used to because you kind of don't want to be placing your images in the registry right away, especially if you want to be the most efficient at it. And also, yes, we can use Rick, repeat image collection, to get tons of XP again. So this brilliant event is RD 30th, which is basically tomorrow for me, at 7 PM British Summer Time, at 6 PM at UTC, and at 2 PM Eastern Time. Rewards include up to 15 restricted section books and 6 spell books and 50 gold, and this is how it all works. So as normal, we have brilliant spawns, but don't place any of those in the registry, as in tap them. Don't go oh, until you get to set up task 4. We have 1.5 kilometer port keys still. But we also have increased spawns of acromantula eggs, which I need none of. I'm gold on that page. We have dragon eggs, which are medium threat. I have bronze on that page, and I need 14. Hippogriffs, which are high threat. I am bronze. I need 0. Forenzy, I am bronze. I need 0. And Hagrid, which I am bronze and need 0. Forenzy and Hagrid are very rare. Now it's Forenzy, not Forenz. That's Frenzy to me anyway. It's like GIF and GIF, except it's GIF. Right? So, although I need very little of these actual foundables, they can come in very handy because we can use repeat image collection to grind that family XP, which we need a little later. So basically, I'll be farming those foundables and getting up to the point where I can repeat image collection those. To cash in on the family XP that we need for some of the tasks. So what can you do now? Yes, this information did come out on time on Friday, but I don't record on the weekends because it's my family time. So what you can do now is brew a few potent Extimilos, especially if you need Forenzy or Hagrid. Although I have seen a number of Hagrids out and Forenzys, mostly Hagrids actually, because of the new way the spawns work, which is cool. You can also brew trace tonics if you've got bad spawns or if you can't go out, and you will need 1 brain elixir for tasks. You can also brew basic Extimilo potions to help with the grind. It just kind of feels, or just kind of makes the whole process of collecting wild foundables, or especially wild brilliant foundables, slightly less annoying when they disappear on you. So what you'll need is 1 trace tonic for set of task 1, and 3 of any other potion for set of task 2. Of course, these 2 are very quick sets of tasks. You go through them quite quickly, so you can brew these in advance. As I would suggest for the any other to use basic Extimilos, just because they're very handy for the grind and they don't take long to brew. And the most essential thing is not to collect them right away and wait until set of task 1 and set of task 2 to collect those potions. Of course, this will take up your entire queue while you can't pick anything up. So either time it very well so they all complete at the right time for when you're actually going to play the event, or rent a gold cauldron and bung them all in there. And that way you can just leave it until you need it and use your normal cauldron. And another really simple thing you can do is stop using repeat image collection on Care of Magical Creatures. Set of task 4 requires you to get a certain amount of family XP, which is not as bad as it used to be. So you grind those foundables, but don't collect any repeat image collections until we get to set task 4. And of course, you can start that process now. So brilliant bundles. We have a free store pack, which I say every time, which is basic ingredients for a tonic for trace detection. So it's 6 Baneberry, 4 Bulbalock juice, 4 Angel's Trumpet, 2 Rampant Horns. And then you have Hermit Crab Shell and 50 Spell Energy, Hermit Crab Shell being one of the more rare ingredients. There's an SOS bundle with 5 silver keys, 100 spell energy, a brilliant bundle with Brufier's Bane Elixirs, Extimilo Potions, spell energy, and a bonus assignment bundle which you only get when you hit the bonus assignment. That is tonic for trace detections, Brain Elixirs, boosting Extimilo Potions, spell energy for a whopping price of 2,100 gold. General rule for these potions is if you don't need 1 for the smaller bundles or 2 for the bigger bundles. If you don't need 1 or 2 things, then they're usually not worth it. So the foundables, the wild ones, you need 15 each of these. That's baby Niffler and that baby Norwegian Ridgeback. So common foundables, just brilliant versions of, so nothing new. The task-based ones, you get these rewarded to you for completing tasks. That's their baby Krupp and their baby Gnarl. Fun Gnarl fact: often mistaken for hedgehogs, the 2 species are indeed indistinguishable except for one important behavioural difference. If food is left out in the garden for a hedgehog, it will accept it and enjoy the gift. If food is offered to a Gnarl, on the other hand, it will assume that the householder is attempting to lure it into a trap and will savage that householder's garden plants or garden ornaments. So the walking ones, either are the port keys or completing the bonus assignment. That is the baby Niffler cage, which has some little treasure in it, which is pretty cool. The challenging ones, you need 3 of these with a brilliant rune stone, and that is the augury. Fun augury fact: it was long believed that a mournful cry of the augury foretold death, and wizards would go out of their way to avoid augury nests. However, research determined that auguries merely sing when it's about to rain. So on to the tasks. If you want to skip this bit, jump to the time over here, and off we go. Right, set off task number 1, brew 1 tonic for trace detection, collect ingredients or portmanteaus from the map twice, return 7 brilliant baby Norwegian Ridgeback dragon foundables. That's easy to say. Hopefully you brewed the trace detection ready for collection in advance, and the rest is very quick, but pretty much like your dailies really. Set task 2, return 7 care magical creature foundables, brew any potion 3 times, and then collect any 15 fragments. So this is our first task foundable we get at the end of this one. If you have brewed in advance, then you can now collect those potions. So I'm going for basic stimulos, as they are handy when picking up brilliant foundables. The other option for a quick brew is healing potions for fortresses, but typically if you have a good team you don't need to use healing potions. Set of task number 3, use Borifrio's brain elixir 1 time, which is why you need to brew it in advance because that takes a little while. Use tonic for trace detection twice, and return 10 brilliant baby Niffler foundables. So if you're able to go out and about, use the trace detection with the brain elixir, go for a walk, and take advantage of that wizarding XP bonus. If you have a good park nearby, I would suggest you use triple dart detectors on the inns as well, because you get all 3 of those bad boys running, you're in for some serious XP and maybe some rare foundables. Ideally optimal, you get a walking route that takes exactly 5 minutes to complete, and you triple DD all of them. You can just walk around and around and around and around and hoover up all the good stuff and collect energy at the same time. Set task number 4, this is where things get a little bit more sticky, which is good because it's good to have a bit of a challenge, right? So earn 300 care magical creatures family XP. So they have listened to us and they said they know we weren't very keen on this, doing the XP family XP thingy. So they have halved it from 6 to 300. We're not quite sure if it's going to disappear or not, but we'll see. But it should at least be more obtainable. So not in previous events like Community Day and the one we just had, the weekendy thingy, it's 800 XP, which is fine because all those foundables are boosted in that family. But of course, with the brilliant event, they are diluted by most of them are brilliant spawns, and then some of them are the other spawns. So it makes it a lot harder. Further indications that the people who developed this game don't play it. But anyway, it should be a lot easier to do. Place 3 images of Brilliant Hagrid's Hut interior registry page. This is obviously the Brilliant registry. This is a weird one. I don't know why they've done this one. This is why we're saying to hold back on placing the event images in the registry, because for some weird reason Set Task 4 wants you to do this 3 times. I think the idea is to use repeat image collection for this one. But of course you can just hold back on placing it the first time, and you would have got 1 task-based foundable, and then you got your 2 wild ones, or maybe your porky ones if you walk them off in time. So yes, and then return 7 high threat foundables or better. Probably not too hard nowadays. Since the rebalance we had, there are a lot more high foundables floating about. So with a trace detection tonic, you should be good to go. So for the 300 Magical Creatures Family XP, if you were doing as suggested in the What Can I Do Now section, and holding back your Magical Creatures repeat image collection, so you can now let rip, tap those and place them, and you'll probably nail it in one go really. I know a lot of people like to place the images as they go along, I do too, mainly because when you get all the wild ones, it always takes you into the flipping registry even though you don't want to go there. But I'd say you could place it and just go around again, repeat image collection, but you won't be getting that 1000 XP for repeat image collection until you have all the images placed. So yeah, until you get the registry fully placed, then there's not a huge amount of point repeat image collection anyway. So yeah, that's that task 4. So on to the bonus. Earn 10,000 Wizarding XP. Return 45 Brilliant Baby Beast Foundables. Defeat your highest unlocked chamber in Fortresses. Return 15 Magical Creatures Foundables. And defeat 30 foes in Wizarding Challenges. And this will give you 2000 Wizarding XP, 100 Brilliant Family XP, 1 Brilliant Event Title, 5 Baby Niffler Cage Registry Images, so that's in case you can't do the portkeys, and 30 Spell Energy. Ideally by this point you completed set task 4, so you hopefully have the registry completed, which means every time you use repeat image collection you'll be getting 1000 XP every time you do it. Now this is pretty cool because previously those wild Foundables have been completely useless, and especially when you're doing part 2, you have to wonder why the hell they were there in the first place in part 2s. But now they're actually useful, and you're gonna get 1000 XP every time you place those. And boy did I get a lot of XP doing it last time. So if you want to choose between the portkey route or completing the bonus task route, definitely go for the portkey route if you can and use silver keys. I had 0 silver keys earlier, but I've now got like 8 or 9 over a couple of weeks awarded to me, which is pretty nifty. The reason for it is once you have that baby Niffler cage placed by walking portkeys and you've completed everything, then of course you're going to get repeat image collection. You're going to get 1000 XP every time you place the baby Niffler and Norwegian Ridgeback. So it's worth walking, because if you're doing the bonus task, you're not going to get any credit for repeat image collection until you complete the bonus task and then complete the baby Niffler fragment. So basically portkeys is better. So when you come to the Wizarding Challenges part of this bonus, you can use whatever runestone you like. I dare say you probably want to use Magical Creatures ones anyway, because you probably want to fill in all those gaps now. Then we come down to 10,000 Wizarding XP, which if you haven't done it before, sounds like a lot. But with all the Foundables and foes you need for this, only works out 111 XP per Foundable / foe. So completing the task is pretty much done that 10,000 Wizarding XP. So undo the tips, which is always kind of weird to say, because if people have skipped this far, they've kind of missed all the tips to do with the task, but there you go. Some people don't want the spoilers. So once you have completed the registry, continue to collect the wild Brilliant Foundables, because that's 1000 Wizarding XP every time you repeat image collect them. And remember, you can continue to do this during part 2 as well, which is pretty cool. It looks like they've abandoned giving us a storyline. The Brilliant event had a few lines of text, which was nice, kept us going for a week, well 2 weeks I guess with the event. But now, looks like we're going to get nothing again for another 12 months. But on that note, it looks like the dialogue is going to be very boring again. So, you know, you might as well wait until you get to set of task 4 before placing any images in the registry. Just leave them glowing. Subtle hint. That's assuming you've skipped to this point and not read the tasks bit. If you're struggling to walk portkeys in time and don't have the ability to do the bonus tasks, then simply collect the 5 portkeys you need, because you can walk them anytime you like, even after the event has finished, to complete that registry image. And also, if you have general energy problems, because some people still do in remote areas, follow the tasks first, because some of the tasks require you to collect those wild Foundables. So there's no point in doing it twice and wasting energy if you have energy problems. So complete task first, and then fill in the gaps afterwards. So that's about it for this one. Hit like if you like it, leave me some comments, hit subscribe if you want to be kept up to date with now. We have the most detailed guides on this channel. You won't find guides like this anywhere else. I say there are too many tips in these guides to actually count, basically. So yes, we do like our deep dives, and I hope you like them too. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this video. And brush up on your spells. Get your ones ready, Wizards Unite. Rewards include up to 15 restricted Rewards include up to 15 restricted section books and 6 boy. So yeah, until you get the emoji. So once you have completed the registry, continue